station clock had fallen behind 7 minutes, maybe 8. Nobody seemed to mind, except the woman selling coffee. She smiled and said, "Oh, clocks don't lie, they just remember a different moment." I carried that thought to the empty platform where your goodbye still echoed without ever being spoken. Some silences keep their own timetable. You never said, "Don't wait." You never said it's over. But absence can pronounce every word the mouth refuses. You were a silent ember, glowing underneath the ash, never bright enough to save us, never cold enough to pass. I kept warming both my hands over what was almost gone. Funny how the quiet burns long after the fire moves on. Yeah, you were my silent ember. An old woman restored violins in a little shop beneath the railway bridge. She ran her fingers across cracked wood like she was greeting an old friend. I asked, "How do you know which ones can still sing?" She looked at me for only a second. The wood always knows it's the people who stop listening. I thought about us the whole walk home. Maybe our love didn't end the day you stopped speaking. Maybe it ended the first time neither of us heard the other anymore. There are conversations that continue for years inside one heart, even after the other has left the room. You were a silent ember, glowing underneath the ash, never bright enough to save us, never cold enough to pass. I kept warming both my hands over what was almost gone. Funny how the quiet burns long after the fire moves on. Yeah, you were my silent ember. If you had shouted, shouted, maybe I'd have fought. If you had cried, maybe I'd have stayed. But you chose the gentlest distance, the kind that grows one ordinary day at a time, until strangers are standing where lovers used to live. Now, when someone pauses before answering, I don't panic. Not every silence is abandonment. Some are simply people searching for the truest word. I know the difference now. The silent ember still glows, not asking for another flame. the missing sentence. It wasn't hidden in your silence, it was waiting inside mine. So tonight I'll let the ashes rest. Some fires were never meant to light a lifetime, only enough to show us the road back to ourselves. The station clock had fallen behind 7 minutes, maybe 8. Nobody seemed to mind except the woman selling coffee. She smiled and said, "Old clocks don't lie, they just remember a different moment." I carried that thought onto the empty platform where your goodbye still echoed without ever being spoken. Some silences keep their own timetable. You never said don't wait, you never said it's over, but absence can't pronounce every word the mouth refuses. You were a silent ember, glowing underneath the edge, never bright enough to save us, never cold enough to pass. I kept warming both my hands over what was almost gone. Funny how the quiet burns long after the fire moves on. Yeah, you were my silent ember. An old woman restored violins in a little shop beneath the railway bridge. She ran her fingers across cracked wood like she was greeting an old friend. I asked, "How do you know which ones can still sing?" She looked at me for only a second. The wood always knows it's the people who stop listening. I thought about us the whole walk home. Maybe our love didn't end the day you stopped speaking. Maybe it ended the first time neither of us heard the other anymore. There are conversations that continue for years inside one heart, even after the other has left the room. You were a silent ember, glowing underneath the ash, never bright enough to save us, never cold enough to pass. I kept warming both my hands over what was almost gone. Funny how the quiet burns long after the fire moves on. Yeah, you were my silent ember. If you had shouted, maybe I'd have fought. If you had cried, maybe I'd have stayed. But you chose the gentlest distance, the kind that grows one ordinary day at a time, until strangers are standing where lovers used to live. Now, when someone pauses before answering, I don't panic. Not every silence is abandonment. Some are simply people searching for the truest word. I know the difference now. The silent ember still glows, not asking for another flame, only reminding me that warmth and love aren't quite the same. The guitar bends like fading daylight, the piano lingers in the air, the Hammond hums beneath the silence like a whispered evening prayer. And somewhere between what you felt and what you never said, I found the missing sentence. It wasn't hidden in your silence, it was waiting inside mine. So tonight I let the ashes rest. Some fires were never meant to light a lifetime, only enough to show us the road back to ourselves.